above his feet. Pin just 12 on, 6 off the left, so a little right, a little short would be perfect.
Staring it down, and why not? In you go!
How do you like that? An eagle too for Aaron Rai. What a way to start.
Unbelievable.
Started with, if you didn't see it, started with a 2 at the first today, hold his second shot. That's always quite nice. When you're on a roll, you're on a roll. And he's on an incredible roll at the moment, isn't he, Dol? Back to the 6th, third shot on this par 5, Aaron Rai. There we go, there you go. 3, is it? Oh, it is. Brilliant stuff from Aaron Rai. Do you know, merry, merry Christmas, it really is at the moment. Every single day is quite incredible, isn't it?
With mud on the ball as well, I think, running out there. You know, I've watched quite a bit of this young chap. Obviously, in recent weeks, I do not see any weakness in any aspect of his game.
No, and it's worth another look here. He gives us quite a fair little punchy dig here. Look, woof, into the back of the ball.
You can put mud on his ball, chaps, and it doesn't seem to matter.
No, I know. It's amazing.
This man won't mind. Rai at the 7th.
293 today. You know, Andy, it really isn't dropping. It's remained the same, the temperature. It's a really nice golfing temperature. It's cool, yeah, but it hasn't become bitter. So 293, and the wind's just directly out of the right. You need to take a little off this if he chooses to ride the breeze from right to left. If he holds it from left to right, it's a different story.
Looks a pretty good line. Well, get up.
Can he make 3 eagles in 7 holes?
Can you imagine? Yes, I think he can.
And I don't think that would have ever been done before anywhere in the world, 3 eagles in 7 holes.
No, I think I'd have to go with you. You've got a graphic up at the moment. Brown Jr., bless him, 4 birdies, 4 eagles, sorry, in a round. Same for Illanen and Atong Lee. Go on, get in. Not quite, but it's a guaranteed birdie and moves him to -11. Scoring very good again, Alison, isn't it?
Yeah, there's plenty of opportunity to be had out there in the opening 2 rounds, no doubt about it. It's a birdie for Aaron Rai.
And this golf course holds its own. It really does. Sam Torrance did a marvellous job. I'll certainly come here and play when they call me up and give me a free green fee.
We thought you were angling for that.
Oh, don't you worry, I'll chisel away. And allow for a little bit of a skip because of the surface moisture after the sprinkling of rain we've just had. Will it skip? I don't know what he started whinging. Did he whinge then? And whine? Say, oh, yeah. I mean, what's
Whinge is
there?
a strong word for it. Potentially,
What's it all about?
maybe happier with the result than the strike.
Yeah.
And that takes him to 11 under par. 2 eagles now, 2 birdies on the card, as well as the drop shot at the 12th for Aaron Rai. And he's within 1 of his fellow Englishman, Matt Wallace.
Ooh, what a clever little golf shot that is. Out in 31, 5 under. 2 bogeys on the back 9. He's just had to keep his cool. But this would help for a round of 67.
Excellent stuff from Aaron Rai. It is a birdie at the last, and he'll go into the weekend at 11 under. And in with a chance of winning again in Scotland. Just 2 weeks after capturing the Aberdeen Standard Investment Scottish Open, a Rolex Series win. Rai in the mix again.
Aaron, 66 yesterday, great round of golf, and today you started the first, very nice tee shot. How about the second? And is it hard then, after you make a 2, to carry on?
Yeah, I mean, it's unexpected. I was actually trying to play a couple of yards right there and pulled it a little bit, but it was a good shot, and you'd take that any day. But it is tricky just trying to settle yourself in between that shot and then walk into the next, because you do have quite a lot of time to then think about it. But fortunately, I felt pretty settled after that pretty soon. No adrenaline rush, no sort of buzz as you pressed on to the second hole thinking, well, they shot 62 yesterday, maybe there's a 61 out there for me, maybe? Not really, no, because it's still just one hole. There are still 17 holes left, and also there are some tricky shots out there, and the second is probably one of the toughest holes, so I think it's important it was important to keep my wits about me going into that second hole and still just try and make birdie or make par and then play as well as we can coming in. Compare the conditions yesterday morning to this afternoon. It was a lot easier this afternoon. It was freezing cold yesterday morning, probably the coldest I've been on a golf course for a really long time, and it played so long when we started out. Today the course felt a little easier. You could be a little bit more aggressive, so I haven't really checked the scores, but I'm presuming the scoring's a little bit better today. You're on a great run, you're having a great month. Are you getting used to it? That's a good question. Yes and no. I think there's a happy medium with the way to approach things, and I think it's natural to feel confident on the back end of how things have gone over the last few weeks, but still not to a point where I take for granted exactly what's happening. So I'm trying my best to strike that balance at the moment. So you've played very well, and you're doing everything that you need to do on the European Tour. Could anybody say, Aaron, you know what, you've changed? I hope not. I hope not. I think that's always a test during bad times and during good times. But I think the more even-keeled you can deal with both of those different scenarios, the better. And maybe this will be a new experience over the coming months. But I hope to stay the same as much as possible. What's the one thing that you say to yourself to stay grounded? I think I remember all of the not so good times, the times where it was great playing a one-day mini tour event, looking up to the guys playing Europro, looking up to the guys playing Challenge Tour. So when I find myself getting ahead of myself at all, even though that rarely happens, I try and remind myself of just putting it into perspective. And I think it's great that I've been able to go through the mini tours and then really appreciate playing this week and playing any event on the European Tour. So you've spent your career to this point looking up, looking ahead of yourself. Now where you are on the European Tour, where are you looking? What part of the mountain? I'm trying to focus on myself as much as possible, and just continue to do exactly what I've done over the last few months. And if I do that, I'll give myself a chance to just keep getting better and keep progressing. I actually spoke to Lee yesterday and I asked him what keeps him motivated. His simple answer was he loves the game. And it's so refreshing to hear that from someone from his stature and his point of view in his career right now. And I hope to do the same as much as possible. And would you say, if I asked you the same question, that you love the game? Yes. Yeah, because people are out here for all sorts of different reasons. It's a livelihood for a lot of people, because ultimately we are here and we earn prize money on the back end of it. And it's very easy for that meaning to sometimes be lost along the way, and it's very hard to keep that alive. So yeah, we'll see. You like your chances this weekend? We'll see. There are a few things that I need to work on the back end of today. I got away with a few things, to be honest. If I can iron a couple of those out, then we'll see. That's golf though, isn't it? Yeah, it is. Great playing over the 2 days.
To watch another European Tour video, click here, and to subscribe, click here.